What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MontyVerse. Today, we are here to check out the 2-episode premiere of My Adventures with Superman, and I am so excited for this series. It is our first Superman animated series in over a decade, and I think it looks really awesome.
I do as well. I was very impressed with that first trailer. I love the animation style, and I love the humor it had, so I'm excited to watch this too.
All right, well, I guess there's only one thing left for us to do, and that's watch it. Starting My Adventures with Superman right now. Like that. Little.
Aww. Chibi Clark.
I like that the kite is shaped like the House of L. I love that little fake out.
Give me just a few more minutes and we'll be at Grandpa's house.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's a really bad pothole.
I love that.
Did you always take that long to discover his powers?
It varies a lot. Sometimes it's as a kid, sometimes in a lot of media it's like as a teenager, like in Smallville.
Okay.
I love this animation style.
Oh my god, yes.
It's gorgeous.
And it's, like we said in the reaction, I like how it has kind of an anime-esque taste to it, but it's still very much a unique American style.
How am I doing this? Who am I?
Great opening. Solid opening.
Arm.
Oh, I would be that roommate. There's no way he wouldn't have known that would happen, though.
Okay, shake gently. Do not crush his hand.
Hey, Clark!
Today, just be normal. Today, just
Be extraordinary! Mr. White, thank you for calling me in today because I've got one heck of a story for you. Pew pew!
Vicky Vale!
Yeah, good catch.
Clark Kent, and this is a dream come true.
Zelda,
Shoes.
I think.
Her eyes especially
I can
look
do this.
anime-esque.
I'm gonna hide my
Yes.
powers and be a normal man having a normal day.
Aww.
That's awesome.
Okay, I had to save the cat. I had to save the cat. I'm a normal man having a normal day starting now. Hi there. After you.
Aw.
Thanks. See you in there, big guy.
Hey. Hello. My name is.
Clark! Oh, those repairs you did on the back door are wonderful. Oh, and I have the 3 dozen donuts you wanted to eat all ready to go.
It's not all for me.
But he gets the sprinkles
Look, if I could-
all over.
If I could metabolize those, I would do it.
Bib.
Well, today's my first day of work, and I've
Honey, Clark is here.
Good man.
seen me in a bib.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna leave before this gets any worse. Goodbye forever. Can't believe we're late.
I can't believe our alarm clock exploded again. Why do you think that keeps happening? Aliens, Loch Ness, Bigfoot, that one psychic starfish from Germany, it's all real.
Psychic starfish from Germany.
I'm just gonna cut them off and say,
Stolen military robots are being hidden here in Metropolis, and I've got the scoop.
Lane.
Thieves with dangerous war machines
Wow.
are loose in our city. People need to know about this.
We already have Mecha.
Ready for me to bust the story wide open?
Lois, you're an intern. The only reason I called you in today was to meet them.
hi.
These are the new interns. I want you to show them the ropes and get...
They can help me with the story.
Oh, have you considered that these robots might have come from beyond the stars?
An army base.
There's only so many places to hide them.
I've already got a lead.
It could be the sewer dinosaurs.
So we.
And get the story.
Then what are we waiting around here for?
Donut, Mr. White?
New intern out. Old intern stay.
Are you okay? I can apologize to Mr. White if that'll help.
Follow up on my stolen robot story.
Really? Oh, he seemed pretty upset.
Nah, that's just his face.
I love the voice performances so far. They're so good.
Lester, we can't just sit in a warehouse full of freaky stolen science weapons till the cops show up.
I don't know, Badger. Why don't we panic real loud in front of the thieves and killers we hired for this job? Which one of you messed with the robot?
Ew, looks like Brad.
Flip Johnson, woman of business.
Okay, is she a reference?
One of the planet's
not
newspaper
that I
delivery
remember,
kids.
We
but
call
probably.
ourselves the News Kid Legion.
And
The News Kid newspaper
Aww.
is the latest from us, the people on the street.
I wish I had that much ambition as a kid.
Daddy does the cartoons, but only because Mom says we have to be nice to her. I'm the editor. We want Perry to let us deliver our paper with his.
boost me up.
What?
Just lift me up. Twice my size. You can definitely.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm.
Guys?
Come on, we can catch them and then we can.
Harry just called. Lois, you lied.
Oh, he's so gullible. He's so trusting. This is dope. We already have Gundams.
Would I have helped her if she told me the truth? I don't think I would. And what does that say about me?
Clark came back. We have to go get Jimmy.
Oh! Oh! Awesome. Oh. Damn. Oh. Whoa.
Wait, what?
Oh. Dude, he just went Superman, Super Saiyan. It almost kind of resembled the 90s version of Superman where he split into Superman Red and Superman Blue.
Are you?
And Superman Blue had like electricity powers.
Clark!
A normal man having a normal day, huh? Who am I?
Clark! 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 I'm sorry.
Clark?
Say,
This is garbage.
Mr. White, this is gold.
What you brought me is a bunch of blurry pictures of robots falling.
Lois was right about the robots, and we all stand by the story we broke, because we're a team. Sir.
We're not fired? Does that mean you'll run our story, Chief?
I'll run your story on the day you get me a photo shoot with your very real flying man. Now, out.
Wow! This is great! We just have to get an exclusive interview with Superman, and then Mr. White will have to take us seriously.
That's your takeaway from all this?
We will track Superman down and force him to tell us all his secrets, and then we'll publish them. This is the best day of my life!
So Lois. That's so Lois.
Oh, it's another flashback.
I love this, like,
The answers to everything you
Oh
want
my
to know.
god.
whoa.
We think they're all in there.
That's a big spaceship. If that is the ship. I'm so used to seeing it as like a pod or
Yeah.
like a rocket.
For like for a baby to fit in. of glad though, because I was wondering at first, like, I like the opening of the first episode, but it felt a little rushed at the same time. So I like that they're kind of slowly building some development.
Well, this is designed as a two-parter. It's a part 1 and part 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he looks epic.
That's a pretty epic looking Jarell.
I don't think that's a language from Earth.
Probably just like Greek. Whoa.
I don't want to come here again.
Clark, I know this was scary, but
Jonathan, he's right. We don't know what this is or who's.
Wow.
Am I not your son? If I came from that, then Honey, no. You will always be our son. But who am I?
Wow. I love this. I love that they're splitting the origin up and intermixing that.
Work again.
Lois said we needed to come in early for some big surprise.
Ta-da! Say hello to our new office. Okay, technically, it's the newspaper morgue. It's also the boiler room. And sometimes mail gets sent here by mistake.
Oh, God.
It's the perfect place for us to work on our murder board.
Our what? If we could be in here?
She definitely did not. Show us the murder board!
To help us track leads for our Superman investigation. You think he's a plane?
It kind of looks like a bird.
No!
Oh my God.
Flamebird.
And he's an alien. Case closed.
Why is it so dark in here?
Wait, Flamebird, it's my stream. Spread.
Flamebird is a reference to a Kryptonian vigilante in the comics. Where is the original Nightwing name came from? Nightwing and Flamebird.
A man flew down from the sky and risked his life to save us. Not for a reward or fame, but just because we needed help. Don't you want to know who that person is?
You're right. I need to know.
Oh.
I'm not feeling so great, though. It's maybe something I ate. Oh, I should take care of this. See you later.
Harry's not doing a great job keeping track of them not leaving the building.
Yeah, and when do they do any interning?
Yeah.
Oh!
City Bistro, noon. Come alone, or your tech is gone.
Oh.
I love the designs
Hey,
for
Mom.
Mock Cat.
Perfect timing. I'm making pie, and your paw is just fretting
Love
about
pie.
leftovers.
I
Don't
know
wanna
you
be a
love
problem
pie.
with you home.
There's this girl, Lois, and she's amazing. But now she's calling him Superman, and she wants to know more about him, and I want to know
Does
more about
Lois
him, too.
normally name him?
About who I am.
Sometimes most of
I
the
need to go
time,
back to the
yes.
ship.
Oh, then text him.
I don't have his number.
Now you do.
I can't. Did you add hearts to his contact name? Things to focus on. Well, let's get back to work.
Jimmy is
Great.
a
Off the
good
phone,
friend.
Stolen boat.
I don't like this, John.
What's not to like about a boy digging up his
Oh
child?
my God, both of his parents are
Natural
still
thing in the
here.
world.
Yeah, which listen, that was more common than it wasn't in the comics.
Just not in any of the movies.
Well,
Is
yeah,
this
and in
bigger
most of the
than it
movies,
used to
yeah.
be? I need to find out who I am, Mom.
I'm really fascinated by this aspect of it because they're staying pretty close to the characterization of like the Clark side, but they're taking it looks like they're taking the risks when it comes to like the Kryptonian stuff.
Okay, this is new.
Yes!
That's the spirit, Jimmy. Support your boss.
No! I found the boat. Superman, here we come. Look!
Is no
You're
one
right.
seeing the
She
explosive?
left her boat.
Like,
Taking the stolen stuff with her.
So if we follow the tracks,
It'll lead us straight to her.
smile for Clark.
Oh, wait, you said that to Clark.
Sure did, partner.
As your boss, I need you to stop! Or let me approve the pictures first!
They're terrible at observation.
What am I doing here? I don't even know who you are.
Philo.
Did you take me from my mother? Wait, are you my...
Magical girl transformation!
Oh my god!
Yeah!
That was amazing!
I can't believe we have a Superman animated series where Superman has a magical girl transformation sequence.
Clark!
I just love the way like his hair flipped back.
Yeah.
I'm still me, Ma. I'm still your son.
Maybe.
Of course you are.
Oh, maybe he
But you're
didn't.
something else now, too. What did that Lois girl call you?
Superman.
It suits you. But I think this needs something more. A belt? Definitely shorts. Come with me.
I love that.
Aw.
Cause they're integrating like both iterations of the suit origins.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving you like, oh, it's of Kryptonian origin, but they're also giving you, but Ma Kent made it origin.
I mean, that's also such a mom thing to do.
It's such a mom thing to do.
I have something you want. You have something
That's
I want.
Livewire, isn't it?
What are you?
I was gonna ask, like, who the heck are they?
That's Livewire.
Genius.
You really think you're the smartest
Based off
person
of
here,
color
don't you?
and hair color?
You have no idea what kind of technology you're.
That's gotta be Slade, right?
Then I'd say it's a good thing I planted explosives all over the city, and I'm ready to blow this place sky high.
I said come over!
You're right. I am black.
Oh.
And you're right. I am the smartest one here.
Yeah.
The shorts add a
Aw.
lot, don't they? I think that does it.
You don't think people will recognize me?
Oh, sweetheart, I barely recognize you.
Clark, that's some getup. Your phone.
Man, that suit is peak.
I see the detonator. You start taking pictures. I'm gonna stop the explosives from going off.
Wait, Lois, we should.
I have to go. Love you guys.
Oh, this music.
Oh.
Is it weird that it makes me think of a Pokemon gym?
Nah, it's definitely. Oh. Yes.
But don't worry, no one will recognize you.
My gosh, I love that suit so much.
Are you alright?
I'm pretty sure you did that to yourself.
True.
Superman! There's explosives in the sewers!
Why don't you just die already and get out of my...
Oh. Yeah, that's a more familiar looking live wire now. Oh, wow.
Not here to hurt you. I'm here to help.
It's Kryptonian. I was gonna say those robots kind of looked like his ship.
Are you okay?
I am now, Superman.
A Mazotech. That's interesting.
Stop the presses. We got a new front-page story.
You did it, boss.
We did it. partner.
As your partner?
What are you two still doing in my office? Get out!
Oh, this thing we did today.
You see,
Where
No, don't start telling me. I don't care. Leave. Go. Now.
Heyo, Lois. Heyo?
you open your front door.
One sec. Well, I stand by it.
Oh, good. You're both here. You have to see this.
It's real. We made the front page.
Read the byline.
By Cat Grant, Ronnie Troop, and Steve Longmore. What?
We found the rest of your explosives. Your plan failed. Now you're going to tell us everything. We'll get it back. Nemesis Omega, Zero Day, Task Force X, tell us what you know.
Task
Tell
Force
you what a bunch of
X.
gibberish means?
Flying Man, tell us what you know.
He's not with you. Who are you people?
Oh, that's easy, Willis. We're the good guys.
Oh,
Now
Waller.
Tell us everything you know about Superman.
Okay, so it was Deathstroke because they're crediting Marv Wolfman and George Perez, which means that that was 100% the character of Deathstroke. Enough about Slade. Let's talk about this show because I absolutely loved it. Loved it. I think Jack Quaid especially is pitch perfect as Clark Kent, and for how little we have seen of him so far as Superman. I don't think we could really say like he's a great Superman because we've barely seen him portray that dual role at the moment, but I love his Clark so much. He gets it. It almost feels like he's embodying a Christopher Reeves-esque performance.
Oh, yeah.
It really feels like his Clark feels so genuine, and he has this adorkability to him that feels so real and genuine, the way that only Jack Quaid can do, and I think he does such a great job as Clark.
I love that you use that word, adorkability.
Because that's what it is.
It's pitch perfect for what he is, because I love just how awkward and cute he and Lois are to each other, which, I mean, props to Alice Lee and Ishmael Saeed as well. I loved her as Lois. I love just like the energetic feistiness, and like you said, very reminiscent of other Loises we've seen before.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it was hard for me to not think of how she sounds on the Heather's cast recording. But I'm excited seeing her in something like so different from that in this and being so good. And Ishmael is just freaking hilarious.
I love what they did with the main three characters. I love how each of them has a very unique characterization they all have similarities, but they're all so wholly unique in their own personalities and bring such a unique presence to that group of three, that trio. So I really just love what they did with the cast. I think they work so well together, and I think the characters themselves interplay amazingly off of each other in how the series is being presented to us. So good. Also, when it comes to just overall character designs, I really love this. This feels like a major Metropolitan in the modern day, because you have, whether it's Perry White or the Kents, you have character designs that are so wholly unique to this series. Like, I like how Ma Kent just looks like a mom. Like, we're so, like, the last two Ma Kents we had were Diane Lane and Annette O'Toole. And they're two very good-looking women. Like, they're very they just don't they look and feel like moms, but they're also Hollywood actresses.
Like they're very conventionally attractive. It's kind of like the whole joke of Marissa Tomei as Aunt May.
Yes, exactly, like the Marissa Tomei Aunt May thing.
Like, maybe not to that extent, but I get entirely what you mean.
I like how Martha looks unique. I love how Jonathan looks unique. Like, he looks like a Kansas farmer. It's just, they did such a great job with the character designs.
You like how they're more down to earth.
They're down to earth. They feel realistic. This feels like a modern day retelling of Superman. I love it. I love that these two episodes focus on identity, and I love that we start each episode with the flashback and then the present day.
No, absolutely, because by all means, I know there's a lot of discourse about how we don't need origin stories anymore, and it doesn't ever need to be the sole focus, but I like that they're at least sprinkling it in, because otherwise, like, especially since we didn't start with this Clark as Superman, so we needed some level of context.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting because this is an origin story that I think works so well, because it's less of an origin story and more of just, it uses the origin of Superman to tell a story about identity. And Superman is famously synonymous with, he's a very big role model to people who are adopted to, and coming up in the comic book world, I've spoken to tons of people who said, you know, I was adopted and Superman was a really big part of my life, because the way that kind of like Spider-Man was a symbol for a lot of younger kids getting into comics, like Superman holds a place in a lot of adopted people's hearts because they have adopted parents like the Kents, or they were searching for who they were, like Clark does. So they were able to connect with that character a lot, and you can't help but see that where in every episode like in both episodes he's asking, who am I?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's less an origin and more self-discovery.
Yes, exactly. And what's so great about this two-hander is episode 1 very clearly focuses on Clark discovering who he is as Clark Kent, and then episode 2 is very much Clark discovering his Kryptonian roots and who he is as Superman. So essentially episode 1 is who am I as a human, who am I as a person raised on Earth, and episode 2 is who am I as someone who doesn't really know what I am or where I'm from. And I'm really, really excited to see that explored as the season progresses. But I feel like we set up a lot of really interesting things for the future of this series. One of which being, it looked like Krypton exploded, obviously, but it looked like there was a major battle going on at the time of the explosion.
Right, and I mean, they definitely sped through it a bit because I think that was intentional. But that's what I kind of like, again, with this setup at the beginning of each episode. They don't need to reveal everything right away because, I mean, it's not like Clark found out everything right away. We as the audience aren't going to.
I was just going to say, like, that battle is very synonymous with, like, I think it's very reminiscent of the Earth 1, Superman Earth 1, which is a modern retelling of the origin of Superman. Is set in the Earth 1 universe of DC, which is an alternate dimension or a separate timeline. You know, multiverse, guys, you're aware. I don't think I have to explain that to you anymore. But that's what it felt like to me. They were kind of telling the story. They might be leading to that, where maybe whoever is responsible for destroying Krypton is now sneaking technology onto Earth.
Right.
Which is kind of why when he touched the back of Livewire at the end of the episode, he kind of sees flashes of that battle going on Krypton. So I'm curious to see where that goes and how they incorporate that. Little surprised to see Slade as out of all of the. I'm excited because I just saw an article that the people behind the show said that Lex Luthor won't be featured in season 1, which I'm a very big fan of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, that's just refreshing at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally just got one that was very wasted, and never mind the 10,000 other iterations of the character.
It's good because I want people to realize Superman has a very, like, it's not as stacked as like a Batman or a Spider-Man or the Flash, but Superman has a very big, interesting rogues gallery that is not just Lex Luthor, Brainiac, or Doomsday.
Right.
Which are the 3 that everyone knows. Like Livewire. Livewire has been a Superman villain for decades, and we see them introduced. Interesting that they used Slade, though.
Well, like you said, kind of, I mean, again, we don't normally see Slade this young either, but I think it just more generally speaking, if they're going to have a different setting, especially more modernized take, and one where he's starting out younger, they have to kind of also adapt to that kind of storyline. So if they just imagine if they had Lex as like, yeah, he might be a little younger, but not that young, and what would that dynamic be like? And that would just possibly be weirder.
Yeah, and also, you know, I'm sure we'll get to Lex eventually.
Yeah. Eventually, yeah.
We're definitely gonna do more of a government angle, like the government against Superman, which I'm fine with, because if they're trying to tell a modern origin of Superman or modern or incorporating Superman into the modern day world, that's obvious that would happen.
Right.
Amanda Waller would probably get involved immediately She's up in everyone's business, always, all the time.
Yeah, but hey, refreshing is good and different can be good.
I love this series. I love it almost felt like a fusion of anime and Hanna-Barbera in a lot of ways. It's I don't know why, but like especially Jimmy, the character of Jimmy feels like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
I think it's just because it's so goofy and high energy. Like there are some jokes in here that are very corny and all I can think is like even some of the background gags like that.
I think they're wholesome. I don't think they're corny. I didn't find myself rolling my eyes at any of the jokes.
Well, corny in a good way. Like you had, I can't remember that like awkward kid who's like pulling on the cat and then gets attacked by it.
Flip, right? Flip
was the main girl, but then there was like, yeah, I have to be nice to this one. So stuff like that, like
I love that.
I do too, and that's the kind of thing where it's kind of that. I would say it could even be like classic physical comedy to some extent.
Yeah, it's definitely not corny, but it's. I really want to talk about the influences of the animation because as anime fans, we're both anime fans.
Yes.
I love seeing American superheroes translated through the lens of anime-esque stylization. And to see all of the anime influences just in these first 2 episodes. Superman has a magical girl transformation.
Oh my god. What's so funny is like it translates so well because it's not like, I mean, going back to corny, it's not like the kind of the corny drawn out like, okay, here's his glove and like every like fiber, but it was like drawn out and like the attention to detail with it, and like you said, the hair flip.
Yeah. And even the things of like when Clark and Lois are being romantic and they have the red cheeks, the classic, anime like, the flirtation, red cheeks.
And like, especially their eye designs, especially on Lois, where she has kind of like that very bold,
the big expressive eyes.
Like cat eye and then like no outline on the bottoms. Like that's very anime-esque.
Yeah, for me, it works so well with these larger-than-life characters and these grandiose, like, worlds. I'm really excited to see that. I would love just, like, a whole DC universe built around this animation style. Because even the sound design, I noticed, was spectacular.
Yeah.
Because especially, like, things like Clark's super speed, the sound design behind that, I love that sound effect that they're using.
Yeah.
It's so different from any other super speed we've seen before. It's almost like a reverberation, like a vzz, like almost like a bee or a mosquito. I really love that. But overall, for me, these 2 episodes, really awesome. I'm really excited for more of this.
No, I thought it was fantastic, and I certainly am not one to talk on how this is as an adaptation because I haven't seen nearly as many as you are, nor do I know the comics, but this was so delightful and refreshing.
Yeah, I think what's most important to me is they nailed the characterization of Clark Kent, of Superman, of Lois Lane. They all feel like versions of themselves, which is what I love most. One thing that I wanted to talk about that I didn't get to touch on yet was the very opening of episode 1, how Clark's powers, like they do that fake out, where we think they're gonna manifest as he's trying to get the kite, but they only manifest when he's when he has to save that woman, because it's like, and I love that because he is preventing, like it's almost like he doesn't really fully embrace himself until he's helping others.
Right.
And it's not, his powers don't manifest in service of himself, but in service of others.
Right.
So that I really liked. I'm like, oh, that's so Clark, that he would like want his powers to manifest to help this woman and her child, and not want them to manifest to get his kite down.
Hey, he's a selfless do-gooder.
He's just that dude. He's just a good person.
And he doesn't like it when you're dishonest.
Absolutely not. That's gonna do it for us, guys. If you want to watch more of our videos, make sure to click the link on the page. And if you want to continue to watch our Superman, My Adventures with Superman reactions, be sure to tune in next week when we cover episode 3. And as always, stay versed.